morning. It is Vlogmas Day 21. I'm going to be making my family's tricolor cookies. If your family's Italian or you know people who are, you might have already had this before. So basically it's like a 3-color cookie with raspberry in between and chocolate on top, and they're colored like the Italian flag. So people in Italy don't make this cookie because it's an American Italian thing. So when all the immigrants from Italy came over, they made this cookie to kind of like remember their country. So that's why we in America have it, but in Italy they do not. So without further ado, let's get it started. So now we're gonna make our almond paste, and you can buy almond paste too, but my mom has always made her own. So that's what we're gonna do. Last year I royally fucked up on this and smoked my blender. So we're gonna try and boil them this year and see if maybe that'll help soften them up before I put them in the blender. But we're gonna use,
that.
Right? Isn't that crazy? I'm gonna use 1.5 cups of almonds. Whew, hot water. I'm just gonna let this soften up over here and then come back to it. Our almonds have been on the stove for about 5-10 minutes. Ooh, steamy. And so I'm gonna go ahead and drain them. I didn't want them to be totally soft because I didn't want them to be mush. So I'm gonna go and strain it over here real quick. Okay, so I'm gonna start processing this. 1/3 cup of powdered sugar. And we're gonna blend that together. Make sure you have a spoon so you can kind of like work the sides a little bit, because you do want to make sure that you don't smoke your food processor. Alright, and then I'm going to go through and scoop it in a little bit. These are chopping up so nice in here. Do you guys see this? Hold on, let me show you. They're chopping up so nice, and obviously we need them finely ground. We're going to have to keep working at it, but they're looking really nice so far. And I'm not like a professional baker, I was just raised by one, so. So I think I broke the food processor again because it won't work. It's not smoking and low-key catching on fire like my blender, but like I don't know, because the motor doesn't even sound like it's trying to work. You know what I mean? It's broken. I broke yet another blender / food processor on these freaking cookies! It's fine, honestly. Well, I can just pick out the whole almonds in this and then it'll be fine. So we're gonna use 1.5 cups of softened butter. Pour that on in there. Yup. 1 cup of white sugar, and we're gonna whisk that together. Ooh, look at that. Nice. That whisked together super easy. Look how smooth that is. So you don't want to have like liquid butter because then it'll get the sugar all clumpy. You just want to have it softened so that it turns right into this consistency. And then I'm just gonna really quickly put in some almond extract. That was a teaspoon. Then I'm gonna go ahead and crack some eggs in here. So we're gonna use 4 eggs. This one already broke, so I'm just gonna really carefully pull it apart without getting any shells in it. Now we're gonna put in our 2nd egg, 3rd egg, 4th egg. Amazing. We're gonna whisk that all together. Oh, I forgot to mention, so when I was putting in the sugar, there was also a 4th teaspoon of salt in there. I just already mixed it into the sugar before I mixed it into here, so I had my dries and my liquid ingredients like already pretty much together. I probably should have put the flour in like little by little, but this is fine too. I'm actually gonna grab a spoon for this real quick because the whisk tends to collect a lot of the batter and stuff. If you ever mix anything like that with a whisk, then you totally understand what I'm talking about. So I'm actually gonna put in my almond paste now. I'm just gonna this so that it's easier to mix together, kind of break it up a little bit. Kind of make sure it's, did I just break the bowl? Yup, the bowl is cracked. Okay. This just keeps getting better and better. I'm gonna put a plate under it so we can catch any ingredients that fall out. This is disastrous. Now we're going to divide the batter into 3 sections, and these are going to be our 3 colors. So we want to make sure that they're really even. Uh-oh! We don't have red! We only have yellow and green, apparently. Oh my god, I'm gonna go figure out how to get a red dye real quick. We're just gonna have to use orange. I'm so sorry, Mom. That's so tragic. Oh, this breaks my heart. We're gonna look like we're Irish. But you can't make red. It's a primary color, you know? So the reason that I don't have red food coloring is because I friggin' did a photo shoot like a year ago in my bathtub, and we had to use red food coloring in the water. Man, this sucks. Alright, so this is gonna be our yellow. At least we have yellow and green. The red was what gave it that like oomph, you know? I'm so sad. Green 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for good luck. Ah, I dropped it. So I'm gonna start with the green layer first because that one goes on the bottom. So you're gonna wanna line your pan with parchment paper. So I'm just gonna put this green all in here. Okay, so clearly I didn't have enough batter, so we're actually gonna use this pan. It's just like a series of unfortunate events, you guys. Oh my gosh, I feel a little bit defeated, but we're gonna keep on persevering through this. But you wanna make it an even surface on the top so they can cook all the way through, and because they're layered cookies, you don't want them to look wonky. So this bad boy is gonna go in the oven, and I'll come back to you guys when it's all done. So this is what it looks like. So that's just our first layer. So we have to wait for this to cool, and then we're gonna pull this out, and then that's gonna be layer number 1. This is the hard part because if you pull it too soon, you can break the layer, and then you can't layer your cookies anymore. So it's actually the hardest part of doing these all together. But the parchment paper makes it really easy so that you can have an easy transfer. I flipped over the green layer, so it is done. It is ready. Basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this red raspberry jam and I'm gonna spread it all over the top. Just like that. So now we wait for the next layer to be done cooking. So now we have both of our other layers cooked, and we're gonna do the transfer. Ready? So you have to be really careful that you don't break it, but I'm just gonna take this and I'm just gonna flip it really fast. Perfect. Okay. So that's one raspberry layer. Boom, perfect. Okay, so now I'm gonna go through and cut off the edges. And there we can see our 3 layers. So they look perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and give them a taste. Honestly, I could have put more raspberry. My favorite part about making these cookies growing up was eating these edge pieces. So good. So I have these little chocolate chips here, and I'm gonna go ahead and melt them down, and then we're gonna pour them all over the top. Here is the tricolors. I'm gonna put this in the fridge and let the chocolate cool, and then I'll come back and cut them and we can try one together. All right, so this is our tricolor cookie. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a little taste. Ooh, I love these cookies so much. So for all the trouble I went through making these this year, like, they're pretty damn good. I was really worried while I was making them because I was like running into all these problems. I didn't think that they would be as good as they wanted them to be. They're actually pretty freaking good. I should have used a little bit more raspberry, but other than that, solid. Other than the color being orange, solid. So that is all for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed, and if you try out this recipe, I hope it goes better for you, and let me know how it goes in the comment section down below. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 22. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, leave me a like and a comment down below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.